In Baltimore, he's known simply as Dr. Z, a pediatrician, advocate, and mentor who has dedicated nearly 40 years to caring for children and families, no matter their circumstances.
Dr. Zollicoffer has built a legacy of compassion, following in the footsteps of his father, Dr. Lawrence Zollicoffer, a pioneer in community health care.
My father was a pediatrician. He died of rectal cancer, the same thing I'm besieged with, but died in 1976 at 45 years old. But listen, he was the youngest man to go to North Carolina A&T University. He went to North Carolina A&T at 13 years old, still to this day is the youngest man to go to North Carolina A&T.
Known for providing care even when families can't afford to pay, Dr. Z's impact reaches across generations.
Things sound so easy.
It is easy. Forget that dollar bill. Now, I'm gonna see you no matter what. You walk in that door, you will be seen. You bring your grandma with you, I'm gonna see her too.
He's been featured on WBAL TV in Baltimore, WMAR TV in Baltimore, and nationally on CBS's On the Road with Steve Hartman.
Because I am the happiest man on the planet, no matter what the outcome. What we have shown and why we're sitting in this table right now, to show America, this is what you're about. We about giving.
In recognition of his extraordinary service, Dr. Zollicoffer received the Lifetime Achievement Award from the National Minority Quality Forum, a testament to his enduring commitment to health and community.
Dr. Zollicoffer, congratulations and thank you for what you do for the city of Baltimore. Continued success.
Okay, so here we are. So I have the distinguished honor of recognizing a physician, and I hope he doesn't mind if I call him old school. So I'm going to give you my sense of old school. When I was growing up, I was an asthmatic, and we had a doctor, Dr. Lubansky, I still remember his name, and he would show up for house calls. My mother would call him on the phone, and he would come to the house and treat me for my asthma. That's old school. Am I got it right? Okay. Dr. Michael Zollicoffer is old school. He treats patients not because they can write the check, but because they came through the front door. That's healthcare. That's old school healthcare. That's what doctors did back in the day. And we're so excited to recognize him this evening. I hope he doesn't mind if I tell a little bit of the story, if it's okay. So, Dr. Zollicoffer, like many of us will and have to deal with, had a case of cancer. And for a whole bunch of reasons, didn't have the insurance coverage. And his patients said, that's okay. We got your back. Don't you worry about it. And it was that trusted relationship between him and his patients, where he took care of them in their moment of need, and they took care of him in his moment of need. And that's what we call civil society. That's what civil society actually looks like. I don't know what they're doing up on Capitol Hill. Excuse me, Congressman Kelly. I don't know what they're doing up there, right? But I'm just telling you, old school, what we did for each other in community. So it's my tremendous honor. For those of you who don't know Dr. Michael Zollicoffer, but the people in Baltimore know him, and the community that he serves know him. So it's my great pleasure. I don't even know if a Lifetime Achievement Award actually gets to the point, but we recognize him and appreciate him so deeply for all that he's done. Dr. Michael Zollicoffer. Please, yeah, please.
We're gonna do the fireside after that. Dr. We're gonna do the fireside after this. Dr. Sit here. I'm gonna get this fireside chat for you so you can fire questions at me. But let me say something. You know, you don't do this alone. Some will recognize folks because you can understand the point. I want Jessica Friend stand up. I want Jamira Foy and her mama, she out there somewhere, to stand up. Stay standing, don't sit down, stay standing. I took them from the nursery to that. These are my patients. Don't you sit down yet. Don't you sit down yet. I want my daughter, Maya, and her mother to stand up. I want my best friend, Eric Talley, and his wife to stand up. Stand up. I want my cousin, my first cousin, just lost her mother at 96 years old, to stand up. They gotta stand, because this man doesn't get up here without them. And you know what else has to stand up? All of you stand up in them chairs right now. Stand up. Because I don't go viral without you. I don't stand in front of you without you. I don't have a funding thing that's billing me money so I can keep taking care of without you. And so what I'm saying, folks, we can't do this without each other. You can never do this alone. I don't hang in the sky as a star without a sky to hang in and the support to hang me up there. I love you all. I'm going to do this thing with you, but give yourselves a round of applause. I'm humbled. I'm just humbled. Thank you all. Oh.
Dr. Zollicoffer.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
No question.
You know, sometimes I watch sports, and the sportscaster learns that the moment you should just be quiet and let the person speak for themselves.
That's right.
So I'm going to shut up. And I'm going to ask you to talk about healthcare, the way you see it, where we're going, what we need to do.
Okay. Let's give a little synopsis and see. You sort of have to find a place where you've been inspired. My father was a pediatrician. He died of rectal cancer, the same thing I'm besieged with, but died in 1976 at 45 years old. But listen, he was the youngest man to go to North Carolina A&T University. He went to North Carolina A&T at 13 years old, still to this day is the youngest man to go to North Carolina A&T. He graduated at 17, and in fact, we talk about the Divine Nine and talk about he pledged Phi Beta Sigma at 14. So he is the youngest, probably black fraternity person ever in the history of man. Now, we may clap for that, but I heard they were having a problem with their GPA, so they needed him real bad. But nonetheless, he graduated from North Carolina A&T, and it's important that we hear this. At 17 years old, people don't remember the Flexner report.
I do remember that.
You see, that's for old school. Didn't we say we old school? So new school, we trying to tell you some history. You had 5 or 6 black medical schools in 1910. You just got 4 now. And it took you a while to get to 4. You see, so my dad could have gone to medical school. He's brilliant. He's a child prodigy. But he decided one thing. I'm going to go into one medical school in this world, and it's the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. It took 10 years of his life to bang on a door while people told me, we're not ready for your kind yet. So they fought white professors, so it's not about always racism. Some people put their careers and their lives on the line to get students into that institution. But it wasn't for just to be the doctor. And that's what I'm not up here. The doctor is secondary. See, my dad wanted to be a man. Why can't he be an alumnus of the University of North Carolina just for the color of his skin? He said, well, I'll wait until you change. And he knocked on the door 10 years, and they finally let him in. He became the 4th African American to finish, and he finished in the first of his class. You got to hear that, folks. He didn't care about whether it's a Confederate statue on the campus. He said, my effort and my essence and my brain will make him non-story. He didn't kill racism and the Confederacy with a fight. He caught it with his might and his heart and made you look like an idiot. You got to understand, folks, we built this country. Don't you ever go home and think, without the African Americans in this country, there would be no America. Be no America. And so that's what I followed, a man who came with a heart, never chastised any person. In fact, hey, all the smart white boys over his house trying to get all the answers. He said, at 10 o'clock, I'm going to bed, brothers, so y'all better get all you can, because I got this down. You see, so never did he have evil. He went with that heart. And that's what I'm saying to you. Somehow this man who was just doing something I do every day, 40 years I've just been given to this city, this country. You walk through that door, and there's no price to a right. And healthcare is a right. You got me. The only country in the world that doesn't have it in its constitution, healthcare is a right, is the United States of America. We got a lot of work to do. So I know you didn't have the right, but nothing would stop what I heard and what I follow as my father. And just incidentally, we both did med school. I became the first, second generation to go back to the University of North Carolina. So we had a legacy. And I'm saying this, and it's not about racism, it's about a point. So when folks say, hey, you get in for the legacy, yes, I got in the legacy at a majority white institution, and I'm daggone happy for it. Finished there, we did residency at the same hospital. Practicing there in the same city. Hopefully changing all besieged with the same illness, rectal cancer. But that's what I said on those shows. If everybody says Steve Hartman's show that put me into this prominence, though I've been doing the work for 40 years, The fat lady had to sing, I had to get cancer for the world to hear. But guess what? That's why when I say on that show, I'm thankful for my cancer. Because without it, I wouldn't be in this seat. But we should not have to let the fat lady sing for me to be in this seat. So I give for this right till we can be here together as a group. And so when I see the pain and I know the system's broken, I don't wait for the government. I don't wait for I don't even wait for a nonprofit. I don't wait for I change the system. I change the game. I change the game. And look what one man can do. So where am I sitting today? So you got to understand, folks. That's why I had you stand up. I cry all the time because I'm so thankful. I'm just so moved. I want you to be moved. You're going to have to get out here, folks, and do like me. You can't join the corporate entity. You're going to have to fight. I know it's going to be painful sometime, and I ain't talking about Trump painful. He'll darn near kill your butt. I'm talking about something going to help you. All right? So you got to get out here and listen and feel and put yourselves there. Corporate America has taken over this system. You spend $12,000 to $14,000 a year on individually on healthcare in this nation. There is nobody in the top 10 GDPs that's even close. And your outcomes are still deplorable. We got this thing wrong, folks. That's why my door is open. You bring grandma, I'm gonna see her. Heck, if you even bring Fido the dog, I do a little veterinary medicine. I see everybody. I don't want anybody suffering. I don't want anybody to be in pain. And I want us to understand what it's like to give. You are in this room to give, people. It's not your right to make money. I don't care if you're rich. You can be rich all you want to, but if you build that castle, you better build 5 of the houses for somebody who can ill afford them. You hear what I'm saying? Because that's what I do. I built a castle out there at a place they used to call it the Taj Mahal. I had sculptures all through the office because what I did, because I knew healthcare is still visual. So I want my people, no matter what their socioeconomic condition, to come into a castle. In fact, one lady saw me one day. She said, Dr. Z, I walked in that office. I no longer felt poor. You hear what I'm telling you? Sadly, those things went away as the pandemic came in because I'm not the joke. I give free care. Yeah, I was a big doc. We made money, but not enough to sustain everything. And my sustainability was one thing, but my workability was another. So when things may have gone awry, I still went out and found a way to stay independent. I'm still a solo practitioner from the day I started, and I'm still there today. Because when I do that, that's right, throw it out there. Because when I do that, no one controls me. I went in there for my cancer treatment the other day, and the oncologist doctor said, Dr. Z, we all want to come. They brought a couple of docs over. They said, man, you are a hero. You are an angel. You're going to save us all. Because we believe what you say, but we done signed the contract. I can't do what you do. So you are our hope. Because I do what you do, they're going to take me and fire me. So yes, I keep doing what I do. And I don't care where I do it, whether it's in a pup tent, whether it's in a slum or a high rise, it doesn't make me a difference. Because what I do is look out for you. And if I'm the only one standing, then I'm going to stand tall for all of you. And if I got to march on this nation to get you a right, then I will march just like King marched. And you got to come with me because you got to support me. And you got to put it there. Folks, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. You have a right to what you have a right for, and you need to get up. And whatever I do, if you see me out there, wherever I lead you, please come with you. You know I'm all for the betterment of you. So I give you this story. If you haven't seen the thing that's on the CBS, please look at it. It's all over the place. My daughter had to teach me how I went viral. Because we old school. We don't know nothing about viral. That's a code to us. But she told me I went viral. She said, Daddy got 10 million, 15 million P. And I swear she may be right because everybody in the world has called me. I'm going to say one thing to you because you ain't going to believe it. But I want to say it because it has power. You know who my biggest donor was? You know who my biggest donor gave me some donation to the GoFundMe? You ain't going to believe this. Ivanka Trump. I want you to hear it. Ivanka Trump and her husband sent me a check for $10,000. Why I want you to hear that? Because we can change any mind when you come with the power of love. That's what we have in this room. That's what we honored in this room. You take that power, young people, and don't just keep the old system like the old system. You stand up, you look at old school folks like us. We ain't crazy. We may look like we're crazy, but we ain't crazy. We can tell you, we want hands-on. You cannot treat a patient from a computer. Put it down, look in their faces, look in their hearts, and look in their souls, and stand up, everybody in this room, and say, we have a right of health care, and it is our right, and it's not a privilege. And you remember that to the end. And you can give me what you want. Thank you. So I'm open for any question you got for me. That's my intro.